Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Nathan, and I am here ready to talk about Maggy Supreme. This is a new project I'm taking on, and I'm really excited about it. So, yeah, may not look like it, but I am pumped. So, just thought it'd be fun to do a little bit of an intro video, kind of explain what is going on, where the idea came from, and what to expect. And so, of course, obviously, the first thing people might ask is, where does the name come from? And so, yes, it is inspired by Maggy Supreme, a movie that just came out here fairly recently. And I just thought it was a really cool movie, but more importantly, I thought the name was really cool. And so I just piggybacked off it, with my last name being similar to that. And one of my nicknames in the past is Maggie. Most people know me as Mag. And so, obviously, it just made sense. So what are the reasons for taking on this project and doing it? There's three reasons. Number one, it's kind of something I've wanted to do for a long time, and I have not ever pulled the trigger on it. And so finally decided that this year was the year to do it. And so I've decided to just go ahead and start. Who knows what it'll end up being, but I'm committing to trying to do it for a year to see what happens. And just doing it as a little bit of a passion project, something I've wanted to do for a long time. Second reason is I do have two kids, and so I thought it'd be fun to have a little bit of a digital library of different, content things and different things. About different things that I like, which we'll get into that on what to expect on this channel. But to have for the kiddos to see, their dad doing cool stuff, when they're a little bit older. And so, yeah, that's just a fun thing. And then the third reason, I think there's just notice a lot of negative content out there. I feel like the world right now is basically in chaos. With everybody being really strongly opinionated about political views, about just pretty much everything in the planet. And I don't know, it just feels like there's a lot of negativity. And so one of the goals of this project is to bring some positivity onto people's timelines, into people's feeds. Hopefully people will gravitate to it. Like I said, I feel like all of my feeds, there's just so much negative content, and I'm not really a negative person, and so I don't really vibe with that kind of content. And so, am I setting out to make a huge difference? I don't think that's necessarily my goal, but if I can make a difference in somebody's life and bring some positivity and make them happy, or, share something that inspires them or anything along those lines, then awesome, So, So the last thing here, of course, what to expect on this channel. And so I feel like this is a living, breathing project. Primarily just going to be sharing a lot of content about different things that I'm interested in, different things that are part of my life. I'm a full-time DJ. I have my own DJ business, so some of the content might be DJ related or music related. Obviously, I've done shows in the past like the video game music review show, and I have a current show that I do with my friend Wade talking about gaming stuff. And so some of the content for the day might be gaming related. Some of the content might be DJ related. I would like to at some point put out some helpful how-to DJ content for anybody who's interested in learning how to DJ. Something that I really would have loved to have access to when I got my DJ board back in 2012, but basically self-taught myself how to do everything. And so not only having that content for other people to benefit from, but also, like I mentioned before, if my kiddos ever want to get into it, and for some reason I'm not here, which would be really sad, they would have those how-to videos for that. Also, like I mentioned a few times, I'm a dad, so it could be just kid stories and kid-related, dad-related content. And just everything else. And so kind of the goal is to post a short form video of some sort, a minute or less, once a day. I got a camera to bring with me if I see something that's inspiring or something that I want to comment on for the day. To be able to record it and have that available. So planning to share a short form video on Reels and on Facebook stories and TikTok and things of those nature. at least one a day. And then the goal would be for long form videos, which I just say anything over really like 5 minutes or anything like that. Maybe like once every few weeks. I'd like to keep that going steady. And that could be a lot of different things. Could be challenges, could be how-to DJ videos, could be discussions about who knows what, or just a compilation of what I've been doing lately in life. And so, yeah, so that's kind of the intro wrap up for Maggy Supreme and what to expect. So looking forward to taking this journey with everybody, and I hope you guys come along for the ride. If you're not following me already on the socials, I'm just Maggy Supreme, MAGGYSUPREME on Instagram and on TikTok. And then, of course, my Facebook is just my name. And yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything. Probably going to stay off of X for now, just because, I don't know, there's really no need at this point, but we'll see what happens in the future. But anyway, thanks for listening and watching. If you want to hop on this journey with me and be a part of this project, of course, you can like this video and subscribe so you don't miss any future content that I'll be putting out later on. But anyway, with that, looking forward to it. And thanks for coming along for the ride. We'll see you all in the next one. Peace.